Sheriff Roberts and the Jackson County Sheriff's Office are, you know, there's guys there that's interested in this case. He's interested personally, so I've always got somebody to help me do something. I'm not just, you know, stuck out there by myself. If I need something, I mean, these guys are just so. I've always respected the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, but I never really knew how hard these guys work and what volume of work they do for, you know, for a smaller agency. It's unbelievable that the things that they do, and they're just so, you know, they're just so they have the same goals that everyone else does. They want to solve these cases. They've been working on this case. It's so hard because of the manpower. You know, the resources is just not there. When I retired, he and I had been talking, and he asked if I would be interested in coming up and working on the case. And actually, I had already done some work with Virgil Watson, one of his investigators, on the case when we were scanning it. So I was familiar with the case, and I agreed to do that. So in the 1st of January, I started working on the case up in Jackson County, and I started out, you know, a couple days a week, and then I just couldn't tear myself away. I mean, it was so intriguing, and there was so many things I thought I needed to do or I thought I had to do, and as I said earlier, the more and more I did, the more and more I found out that a lot of these things have already been done and redone. I'll tell you right now that there's hundreds and hundreds of persons of interest. There's been numerous investigators that's worked on this case. We revisited the homicide scene in Tuscaloosa where the murder happened there. I had not been to that location yet, and Sheriff Roberts thought it would be a good idea if we went, and we did. And actually, while we were there, we spent quite a bit of time with the detective that's been working that case. And in fact, that was his first homicide case he worked. And he's now a major, Lloyd Baker. And we kind of discussed some suspects and persons of interest, and it turns out that we've been kind of looking at a person that he's been looking at the same person. I guess the forefront person of interest is deceased, but there's still, you know, people that we're planning on interviewing that has a lot of ties to this person. We're not really trying to clear the case, we're trying to solve the case. And we want to be 100% sure that it's the right person. I don't know how soon there'll be a resolution, and I'm certainly optimistic there's going to be a resolution, whether it be with maybe new techniques, new DNA techniques, and really when you hear about cold cases being solved, probably 95% of them are solved because of DNA or some type evidence that's reappeared or some type of information that's led the authorities to be able to compare some DNA samples maybe with a person. So we're keeping our fingers crossed about our DNA examinations and hoping we can bring some resolve through that.